What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be talking a little bit about confidence and talking about myself and the things that I've had to overcome and the things that I've been through that I think has made me confident today in comparison to when I was younger. This has come up in a conversation that I had recently, and I thought it would be a really good topic to talk about and to share with you guys. So yeah, so that's what today's video is about. If you haven't already done so and you're interested in videos about sport, fitness, I do martial art videos as well. I will have more martial arts videos coming out soon. General talk, a little bit like this, advice videos, daily vlogs, then consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a like, and as always, if you've got any questions, comment down below. Right guys, let's get into the video. Okay guys, so when we're talking about confidence, there are sort of two zones that you can be in, and it's on a bit of a scale. On one end of the scale are the introverts, and the introverts are people that aren't outwardly confident necessarily. They like to keep themselves to themselves. They perhaps get a bit nervous in certain social situations. That doesn't mean to say that they're not ambitious and they don't have their own goals, because that could quite possibly be the case, but they're the last person that would go into a really public place and record themselves, for instance, or make a scene. And then on the other end of the scale, you've got extroverts, and extroverts are almost the opposite of an introvert. So an extrovert is someone that is outwardly confident, that is happy to go up to a stranger and ask them a question, or is happy to go and do something in front of lots of people, public speaking, that kind of thing. And they'll be in their element and in their prime. Now it is a scale, and obviously people will fit along the scale. Some people are at one end and are very extroverted and will go on stage. Like a lot of actors are like this, I suppose, and they like to perform. And then there are other ends where you have introverts that are the opposite, and they really feel uncomfortable in social circumstances and they have to hide themselves away. Now, in my experience, I suppose I've always been more of the extrovert sort of end of the scale. From what I've been told, I was quite confident as a child. My parents have told me of stories of us having been on holiday, me as a little toddler walking around, going up and talking to girls on the sunbeds. But obviously that doesn't really have any impact on me as an adult, I suppose. But I feel like I've always been fairly confident, and I suppose that's just the way I've been brought up. You know, my parents have always said if you want something, you've got to go out and get it. They've always said that, if you want something, you have to be the one to ask for it. And I've always taken that in my stride, and I've always very much been adventurous in that sense. So I was obviously posed this question, why are you so confident? You come across really confident, like how are you such a confident person? And I started thinking back to sort of my life so far. I'm nearly 26 now, and I was thinking back to all the challenges I've overcome, and I came to realize that the reason that I'm confident is because I've challenged myself in many aspects of my life. Some of those challenges almost seemed unachievable at the time, but through hard work, through dedication, through my own passion and motivation to want to achieve, I've overcome them, and I have become successful. And there have been many failures in life, don't get me wrong. Like, there have been many times that I've tried something, it's not worked, I've had to try again and again and again. That's just life, right? But I have always pushed myself to be better, and I get bored of the same thing. If I'm not challenged in life, I get bored, I stagnate, and that is the worst thing, where you just sort of sit there and you're in the same place and nothing challenges in you. I just can't deal with it. I have to be challenged, I have to grow, I have to develop. It's just part of my DNA, I suppose. And I know not everyone's going to be like that. Some people just want an easy life, but for me, I have to have challenge. I want to sort of be successful. And so obviously through achieving these small milestones that become big milestones, you start to realize that what was once a perceived goal that you didn't think you could achieve, or that you think would have been really hard, and you've achieved it, you grow in confidence. You think, wow, I achieved that, like it's possible. As long as I'm passionate, as long as I dedicate myself to it, I can do it. And the more of those that you overcome, the more your confidence grows. So as an example, when I first started university, I got into jiu-jitsu. This channel, I've spoken a lot about my jiu-jitsu and what it's done for me, and obviously I've spoken to you guys about martial arts as a sort of a whole. When I first started, I saw these senior grades come in. I saw the black belt on the mat, and I thought, holy crap, like, you know, that is serious stuff. Like, and I watched the way that they trained, and I thought, Christ, I'm never going to be like that. And it was an unimaginable goal. I mean, we're talking 6-7 years worth of work, and I'd first stepped on the mat day one, and I was just like, nah, I'm just here to like learn, have some fun. I'm never going to be a black belt. 8 years down the line, and I am now, have just put in my application, my nomination for my 2nd degree black belt. I am a black belt. And I remember thinking that when I was nominated for my black belt, and especially when I was awarded it, there was this unbelievable amount of pride that came through. And I looked around the room, and my instructor, the same instructor that I saw and idoled on that first day, he was like, "You done it, like, I knew you could do it," gave me a massive hug. And I'd reached that goal. That goal that on day one I thought was unachievable, I'd reached it, I'd done it. I was awarded my black belt. I had worked so hard over the last 8 years through blood, plenty of blood, sweat, plenty of sweat, tears, not as many tears, but nonetheless. And I'd got it. My hard work had paid off, and I was there, and my name had been called out. I walked up, everyone was cheering, not just for me, naturally, for the other candidates who passed as well. And it was an amazing night. And I think if I can achieve that through hard work and dedication, and it was a long process, you know, we're talking, well, it was 6-7 years worth of hard work and graft to get there. If I can achieve that, I can achieve anything. And, you know, I've done things like I've traveled, I've climbed Kilimanjaro, I've done Machu Picchu, not particularly difficult climbs, but, you know, they are things that are tricky that you have to push yourself through. I've got a degree. I've published my postgraduate work. You know, I've applied to become a teacher, and I've had to go through trials and tribulations in order to become successful in that. I've completely had a U-turn in my career. And all of these things I put down to overcoming small challenges. And so if you're out there and you're watching this video and you've got this far into the video, well done. I know I sort of talk quite a lot. But if you've got this far into the video and you are looking to improve your confidence, it all comes down to doing things that make you nervous, doing things that you're not sure are possible, and giving it your best shot. And when you overcome those things, you realize that you are stronger than you first thought. You can do it, you do have the ability, and your confidence will naturally flourish the more that you do. The more that you achieve, your confidence will grow, and you will eventually become a more confident individual because of it. So to be honest, that is probably my take-home message. In order to grow in confidence, you need to do something daily, if not weekly, that makes you nervous. Something that scares you a little bit, a goal that you didn't think was achievable, or attempt it. And you may not be successful the first time, and that's fine. As long as you push through that, eventually you will be. Eventually you will be. If you put hard work in, you do what you need to do, you will be successful. And accomplishing those small, scary little goals will grow your confidence, because you'll realize that you can achieve so much more than you first thought. The other thing that I need to address and talk about, which is really pivotal to this whole thing, is being aware of how you perceive other people and your judgments. A lot of people are too scared to try stuff, not because they don't think they can achieve it, but because they're too scared of other people's opinions of them. And honestly, when I was probably about 22, 23, like I say, I'm nearly 26, I got to a point where I realized that there are going to be people in this world that just don't like you. Okay, not everyone is designed in their DNA to get on. That's the beauty of life, right? So if you live your life always trying to please other people, you're never going to truly find happiness and success, because there's always going to be someone out there that doesn't like you. You could be the nicest person and someone will still think that you're an arsehole. And that's fine, because that just means that you and them were never meant to be friends. It was never meant to work. So rather than worrying so much about what other people think and other people's opinions, worry about yourself. What do you want? What do you want to achieve? And as long as you remember to stay kind, stay humble, stay passionate, stay hungry and motivated, and be true to yourself, you will eventually find happiness. And actually, as soon as you do that, your whole world will be uplifted. Because I used to remember wanting everyone to like me, wanting to be that nice guy that people liked. And time again, I was let down. I was disappointed, because I realized that there were going to be people out there that no matter how hard I tried, still didn't like me, still weren't happy. I had to do more and more and more, and go above and beyond even more and more. And I realise that they're arseholes and I don't need to be around them in my life. They're going to pull me down all the time. So, yeah, that is my sort of take-home message, guys. Do something that scares you. Don't give a shit about what other people think. Right, I'm going to leave this video here. Hopefully you have got through this far, and if you have, thank you very much, guys. I give you guys the like, and I hope that this has helped you. And if it has, as I said at the beginning of the video, smash that like button. If you want to know anything more about me and my confidence, or if you've got any specific questions, leave a comment down below, and I promise I'll get back to you. If you're enjoying these videos, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later. Bye.